Yeah. Okay. And yeah. Hi. Um, hi, friend. So okay. And have you ever thought about that? Yeah. Hey, hey, friend. So have you have you have you ever thought about that? Hey, hey, friend. Yes. Have you ever thought uh thought about? Hey, hey, friend. So and have you ever thought about that and worried? What about my look like in the next 5 years? And the worried, the world might look like. What the worried? What the world might look like in the next 5 years? What the worried might look like, and what the worried? What the world might look like, and what the worried might look like, in the next 5 years. My look like my look like my look like my look like in the next 5 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 5 years, in and in the next in the next 5 years, 5 years. Hi, hi, friend. And have you thought about and have you ever thought about that? What the world might look like in the next 5 years? Yeah. Sometimes, and I think about that. I actually think about that. Yeah. Sometimes I actually think about that. I think about that. Yeah. I actually, I actually. I actually think about that. I actually think. I actually think about that sometimes. Sometimes too. And sometimes too. Yeah. That I actually think about it sometimes. Friend, have you ever thought about that? And the world might look like in the next 5 or 10 years? Yeah. Sometimes. I actually think about that sometimes. So, but what? And what do you think is going to change the most? What is going to change the most? What do you think? But what? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think is going to change the most? Is going to change? Is going to change the most? The most. Hey, friend, but what? What do you think is going to change to change the most? Maybe probably the technology. Probably technology. And you know, probably the technology. Probably the technology. Tech and technology. Probably, maybe the technology. But so like what? And like what? Like what? Can you tell me more? I feel like, you know, an AI is going to grow fast, but really AI is going to grow fast, really fast. I feel like that. I feel like, and I feel like that. I feel like AI is going to grow really fast. Feel like that, and AI. Feel like that AI is going to grow really fast. Is going to grow. Is going to grow fast, and really fast, and really fast. So, you know, I feel like that. I feel like AI is going to grow fast, really fast. So, and what do you mean? I mean that, and it'll be able to do more, a lot more. And what do you mean? You mean that it'll be able to? What do you mean, man? So, and you mean that it'll be able to more, a lot more? It'll be able to. That it'll be able to be able to do more, do a lot more, to do more, and a lot more. I feel like that AI is going to grow fast, and really fast. But what do you mean, man? I mean that it'll be able to do more, a lot more. Yeah, that's right. You know, it could help you and me. It could help him, her, people get things done way faster. It could, absolutely. It could help people. I know it could. It could help people. It could help people get things done. It could help people. Absolutely, it could. It could help people. It could help people to get things done. Get things. You could help people get things. Everything. Get things done way faster. Way faster. So you know that it could, absolutely, it could help people get you and me, him, her, them, us, get things done way faster. And I think it might even take over some jobs, especially that are repetitive jobs. It might even take over some jobs, especially the repetitive jobs. It might take over. It might even take over. It may even take over. Take over, it might even take over some jobs, repetitive jobs. Some repetitive jobs. Some repetitive jobs. So you know that it might even take over some jobs, some repetitive jobs. I think that sounds is useful. It's very useful, but also kind of scary, right? That sounds is useful. Awesome. Amazing. And I know that sounds useful. It's very useful, but also kind of scary, but also scary, kind of scary, right? Also kind of scary, scary. You know, that sounds useful, and it's very useful, but also kind of scary, right? Me too. I think that it'll bring both opportunities and challenges. Challenges, both opportunities and challenges. Yeah, that's why I think that and it'll bring both. I think that it will bring it'll bring both. Bring both and opportunities and challenges. Opportunities and opportunities and challenges. And challenges. So you know, I think that it'll bring both opportunities and challenges. So do you think my life and your life and our lives, daily lives, will change a lot? You think? You know, do you think that? You think, and do you think that my life, your life, and our lives our lives that will change a lot? Will change a lot? You change a lot. Do you think so? Do you think in our lives change will change a lot? We change a lot. We change a lot. Do you think in our lives we change a lot? Sure, for sure, absolutely, definitely, for sure. Yes, and for sure, And you know, I think that devices, especially smart devices, are going to understand you and me and us better, much better. I think the smart devices are going to understand us, him, her, them much better. I think that devices, the smart devices, that are smart. I think that smart devices are going to understand devices, and devices are going to understand, will understand us much better. Understand understand us better, much better, much, much better. So, I think that devices, smart devices, are going to will understand us much better, like phone, computers, and or even the virtual assistants, like like your phones, computers, like your phones and computers, like your phones, computers, and or even virtual assistants, virtual and virtual assistants, virtual assist and assistants, like your phones, computers, and virtual assistants. I think maybe probably that, and we just talk to them, and they do everything for you, for me, for us, and do handle, solve, and everything for you, me, them, him, her, us, maybe. And maybe that we just talk to them, and we just talk to them, and we just talk to them. We just talk to them. Maybe probably we just talk to them, and they handle everything for you, and they handle, they handle, do, solve everything for us. They handle everything for us, everything for us, you and me. And maybe probably we just talk to them, and they handle, do, solve everything for you. Sounds like something something out of in a science fiction movie, right? That sounds like. So it sounds like it's something out of science fiction movie. That sounds like that. That sounds like that. It sounds like something out of. Sounds like something. Something out of. Yeah, it sounds like that. Sounds like that. Yeah, sounds like. And a sci-fi movie. It's a movie. It sounds like something sci-fi. Sci-fi movie. Sci-fi movie. And sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. I think is already starting to happen. That I think is already starting to happen. And I know that it's already starting to happen. And is already. It's already starting to happen. It's already started and starting to happen. To happen. And what about the transportation? What about that? What about the transportation? What about that? What about that? What about? So it is already starting to happen. And what about the transportation? What about? And what? What about the transportation? What about the trans? And transportation. The transportation. So I think that sounds like something out of sci-fi movie and the science fiction. The science fiction movie, sci-fi movie. It's already starting to happen, but what about transportation? What about transportation? I think that the self-driving cars will become more common, becoming way more common, I think. And I think driving cars are safe driving cars. And I think that safe driving cars, driving cars, driving cars will become way more common. And it will become more common, way more common. That way more common, become way more common. So I think self-driving cars will become way more common transportation. So, and do you trust them? Do you trust them? How about you? And do you trust them? Do you trust them? Them. How about you? Do you trust them? At first, probably not. At first, I think that probably, maybe not. Probably not. But if in the case that the technology improves enough, and I think I will. At first, probably not. At first. At first, that probably not. Probably not. If in the case that if the technology improves enough, but if. Yeah, but if the technology improves enough, the technology improves enough, that improves enough. But if if the technology improves enough, that it could be safe and safer than humans. It could actually be safer than. It could be safer than. I think that they could actually be safer than humans. That could be safer than. They could be. Actually, they actually could be safer than humans. Safer, safer, uh, safer than humans. And but if in the case that the technology improves enough, they could be safer than humans. Why? Why do you think that? Why? Why do you think that? Why do you think that? But why do you think that? Why? Machines, because the machines don't get tired and or distracted, because the machines don't get tired and are distracted, because I know that, and I believe that the machines because the machines that get tired, no, don't get tired and are distracted, don't. You don't get tired, then tired, or distracted, and distracted, because because machines that don't get tired and are distracted and react, they can react faster, much faster. They can react faster, much. Besides that, they react. They can, absolutely they can, and they react faster. They can they can react faster, much faster. That much fast, but then faster. They can react much faster. I think that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. So that makes sense. That actually makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. That actually makes sense. A lot of. And a lot of sense. I know that makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. So besides, I think the cities will become smarter. Besides that, I think cities will become smarter. And I also think, I also think that at cities will become smarter. Will become smarter. So I also think that cities will become smarter. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean, man? And what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Like, for example, the systems, like the traffic systems, adjusting automatically to reduce the congestion, like systems and traffic system adjusting automatically to reduce congestion, like traffic systems, like traffic system and traffic systems. So like a traffic systems, adjusting automatically, adjusting and adjusting automatically, automatically, and to reduce congestion, to reduce congestion, and to reduce that congestion. Like traffic systems adjusting automatically to reduce the congestion. And traffic lights could become more flexible too. That lights and traffic lights, and traffic and traffic lights. Traffic lights could become more flexible too. Could become more and could become more flexible too. More flexible too. Besides that, traffic lights could become more flexible too. Awesome, amazing, very convenient, super convenient. That would be super, very convenient. Wow, I don't know, that would be super. That would be super. Would be. That would be very and super convenient. That very convenient. And what about healthcare? And one more thing is that what about healthcare and healthcare? What about that? What about healthcare? I think that that field, that area is going to change a lot as well too. I think that area is going to change a lot as well. And I think that area is going to change, is going to change a lot as well. Yes, it's going to. Will change. Is going to change a lot. That change a lot. Change a lot as well. I think that area is will change a lot as well, but in that way. In what way? In what? In what way? And we might be able to detect diseases earlier, much earlier. That we might be able to detect diseases much earlier. We might be. That we might be able to. We might be able to. We might be able to detect diseases much earlier. Detect diseases that detect diseases. Detect diseases much earlier. Diseases much earlier. Much early and earlier. So we might be able to detect diseases much earlier with the help of devices, especially the wearable devices. With the help of wearable devices. With the help of and with the help of devices. Now wearable devices. Wearable devices. Wearable. And wearable devices. With the help of devices, wearable devices. Wearable devices. Like smartwatches that track your health. Like smartwatches. Like that your smartwatches can track your health. A lot of smartwatches. Smart watches. A lot of smartwatches. Watches that track your health. That track your health. That track your health. A lot of smartwatches track your health. Exactly. You're right. Exactly. Alert. That absolutely could alert you when something's wrong. Something's right and something wrong. That could alert you. They could alert you when something's wrong. Especially when they could alert you. Absolutely, they could. I know they could alert you. I know they could alert you, especially when something's wrong. Especially when something's wrong. When something's wrong. Something's wrong. I know they could alert you when something's wrong, and the doctors might use AI to help with and diagnosis, and the doctors might have AI to help with diagnosis. And besides that, doctors might use AI. Might use AI. And doctors might use AI for what? To help with to help with in the diagnosis, to help with the diagnosis, and diagnosis. So the doctors might use AI to help with the diagnosis, and they could make treatments a lot more accurate, and that could make treatments a lot more accurate. That could make, absolutely, they could. That could make treatments, make that, and treatments that could make treatments more accurate, a lot more accurate, a lot more accurate, a lot more accurate, and they could make treatments a lot more accurate. Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. I hope, and I really hope so. I hope, and I really hope so. And maybe probably in the future, when we be able to control diseases, especially that serious diseases, much better. We'll be able to control. Maybe in the future. Maybe probably that in the future. In the future, be able to, and we'll be able to control, and we'll be able to be able to control serious diseases. That control diseases, and the serious is very serious diseases. Diseases much better, much more better, much better. Maybe probably in the future we'll be able to control diseases and serious diseases much better. Awesome, amazing. That would be amazing. Wow, I know that would be. That would be amazing. Awesome. That would be amazing. Amazing, good job. Yeah, that would be amazing. And what about space? And what about space? What about space? What about space? I think that, and that's actually the part I find that most interesting. It's very interesting, and that's the part. That's actually the part I find the most interesting. That's the part. That's actually the part. That's actually the part. That's actually the part I find most interesting. That's actually the part. That's actually the part. And I find most interesting. And I I find it most interesting. It's a very interesting. Interest. And interesting. That's the part. That's actually the part I find that most interesting. So you think, and what do you think will happen there? What do you think will happen there? What do you think will happen there? What will happen there? No. I know what will happen there. What do you think will happen there? And what? What do you think? What do you think will happen there? Will happen. Will happen there. What will happen there? What do you think will happen there? I think that humans will keep exploring space. I think that humans will keep exploring space. I think that. I think that humans. I think humans keep exploring. Will keep exploring space. Will keep exploring. Will explore. Keep exploring space. Will keep exploring space. So what do you think? What do you think would happen there? I think humans will keep exploring space. That flights, space flights, especially the commercial space flights. There could be more. There could be more commercial space flights. There could be more. There. Yeah, could be more. That could be more flights. The space flights, commercial space flights. More flights, commercial. That commercial space flights. That are space flights. Flights. There could be more flights. The space flights, commercial space flights. So, and you mean that that regular people like you and me might be able to go to space? You mean that regular people like you and me might be able to go to space? So you mean that? What do you mean? Mean that regular people? Regular people that might be able to that might be able to do what? Go to space. May be able to go to space. Go to space. Right? And you mean the regular people like you and me, he and she, him and her might be able to go to space. Yeah, maybe. But it's expensive. Sure. I think that, and it'll be really expensive, and it'll probably still be really expensive. But I know it'll be. It'll probably still be. It'll be. And yeah, then it'll be. It'll probably still be. It'll probably still be really expensive. That expensive? You know, really expensive. Yeah, maybe, but it'll probably still be really expensive. Besides, I think that we study other planets more deeply. I think that besides that, we study other planets more deeply. I also think, and I also think that. So think that we study, you know, we study other planets, and other planets, more deeply, more deeply. So I think that we also study other planets more deeply, like Mars, like what? Like Mars, like and Mars. Yes, that's right. That's right. And even that, we might even make progress then toward living outside Earth. Might even make progress toward living outside Earth. And we might even make progress toward. We might even make progress toward. Make progress. And make a progress. Make progress toward. Make progress toward. Make rest toward. Living outside Earth. Living outside Earth. Living outside. And outside Earth. So we might even make progress toward living outside Earth. Dream sounds like a dream. I dream a dream. It sounds like that a dream. Wow, that sounds like a dream. That sounds like that. That sounds like a dream. I have a dream. And but you know, the next 5 years could be just the beginning. The next 5 years could be just and the beginning. The next 5 years or 10 years. And the next 5 years. But you know what? The next 5 years. The next 5 years could be just the beginning. Could be. Could be just. Could be just the beginning. The beginning could be just the beginning. And the beginning, the next 5 years could be just the beginning. Excited about that? You? How about you? And are you excited about that? Are you? And are you excited about that? Are you? Yes, how about you? And are you excited about it? Excited. How do you feel? And are you excited about that? About it. Are you excited about? Are you excited about it? How about you? How do you feel? Are you excited about it? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm really excited about that. And with that, even with those changes, with all, even with all those changes, even with, and even with all these changes, even with all those changes, even with those changes, that even with those changes, I still think people are the most important thing, the most important part. I think the people are the most important part. I still think that. I still think people are the most important part. People are the most important part, and are the most. And are the most important. Are the most important part. And even with those changes, I still think people are the most important part. What do you mean? And what do you mean, man? I think that no matter what, no matter how advanced technology gets, no matter how advanced technology gets, I think the most important thing is that how we choose to use it. No matter how advanced technology gets, no matter how advanced technology gets, how advanced technology gets, and advanced as technology gets. Technology gets. No matter how advanced technology gets, then I guess the most important thing is what really matters is what really matters is what really matters is the most The important thing is that, and no matter how advanced technology gets, that what matters is what really the most important thing is that how we choose to use it, how we choose to use it, and how we choose to use it, how we choose to use it. I agree. I completely agree with you. I totally agree with you. I completely agree. I totally agree with you. Future. That the future may be more modern. I believe that the future might be more modern. The future, and I know the future. The future might be more, maybe that it might be more, maybe more modern, maybe more modern, and modern. Future maybe more modern, so we still need balance and responsibility, but I know we still need we really need balance and responsibility. The balance and responsibility. And respond. See, be ability. Respond and balance and responsibility. Ok, và có thể chúng ta sẽ lướt lại nhanh cái này một xíu anh em ạ. Ok. Nó là được nhanh này. Yeah. Nhưng mà vô bình nước anh em ạ. Vô bình nước à. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hi, friend. So, and have you thought about that? Have you ever thought about that? And the worried. What? And what the world might look like in the next 5 years? Have you ever thought about that? What the world might look like in the next 5 years? Yeah, I actually think about that, and I've thought about it too. I actually think about that sometimes. But what is going to change the most? Well, what do you think is going to change the most? Will change the most? Probably. I think probably the technology. Like what? Can you tell me more? I feel like an AI is going to grow fast, really, really fast. And I mean it. And it'll be able to do a lot more. Yeah, that's right. It could help people get things done, get everything done. It could help people get everything done faster, really faster, way faster. It might even take over some jobs, like especially that repetitive jobs. It might even take over some jobs, repetitive jobs. Wow, that sounds like useful, but also kind of scary, right? Scary. I think, and it bring both opportunities and challenges. I think it'll bring both opportunities and challenges. So do you think in your life and my life and our lives will change a lot? Sure, for sure. And I think devices, the smart devices will be going to are going to understand us much better, like your phones, computers, and even the virtual assistants. Maybe that we just talk to them that they handle everything for us. Wow, sounds like an everything out of sci-fi, a science fiction movie. That sounds like that is something out of sci-fi and science fiction movie. Yeah, I think it's already starting to happen. I think it's already starting to happen. But what about transportation? What about that? I think self-driving cars will become more common, way more common. But do you trust them? Trust them? I think probably at first not. But if the technology improves enough, they could be safer than humans, some way. That it could actually be faster than humans. Why? Why do you think that? Because of the machines get tired? No, I think they don't get tired and distracted because the machines, they don't get tired and distracted and they can react faster, much faster. I think that makes sense. That makes sense. And that actually makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. That actually makes sense. A lot of sense. I also think that the cities will become smarter. Why do you think that traffic systems adjusting automatically to reduce the congestion, like a traffic system adjusting automatically to reduce congestion. Traffic lights could become more flexible too. Oh, and I think that would be very convenient, super convenient. And one more thing is that what about healthcare? I think that field, that area will change a lot as well. They're going to change a lot as well. But in what way? In what way? In this way. In this way, we might be able to detect diseases much earlier. We might be able to detect diseases much earlier with the help of and wearable devices. Wearable devices with the help of the wearable devices like smart watches that track your health. That's right. Alert you. Absolutely, they could. They could alert you when something's wrong. They could alert you especially when something's wrong. And doctors might use AI to help with diagnosis. The diagnosis. And doctor might use AI to help with the diagnosis. That could make treatments a lot more accurate. I hope so. I really hope so. Maybe in the future, and we'll be able to control diseases, serious diseases, much better. Awesome, amazing. That would be amazing. And last but not least, what about space? I think that's actually the part that I find that most interesting. It's very interesting. But what will happen there? What do you think will happen there? I think humans. I think that I bet the humans will keep exploring space. There could be more. There could be more space flights, commercial space flights. There could be more commercial space flights. You mean the regular people like you and me, him, her, and them might be able to go to space? Yeah, maybe. But it'll be expensive. It'll probably still be really expensive. I think that we study other planets more deeply. We study other planets deeply, like Mars. Yeah, that's right. We will make progress toward living outside Earth. That sounds like a dream. I have a dream. I dream a dream. But in the next 5 years, could be just the beginning. And it could be just the beginning. So, how do you feel? Are you excited about that? Are you excited about it? Yes, I am. Even with all these changes, those changes, I still think, and I believe that people are the most important part. But what do you mean? That no matter how advanced technology gets, no matter how advanced technology gets, the most important thing is that the key is that the point is that the key point is that what really matters is how we choose to use it. I completely agree with you. Totally. That the future might be more modern. The future might be more modern, but we still need a balance, and responsibility. Okay, so hôm nay cũng khuya qua rồi. Nếu mà cảm ơn nhóm rất là nhiều nha. Và nếu mà khi nào mà nhóm còn về tiếng Anh á, thì nhóm cũng có thể nhắn anh anh em phát âm, thuyết trình, giao tiếp. Các bạn đi du học á, làm ở công ty nước ngoài á, everything and everywhere, thì nhóm cứ nhắn anh anh em ok. Tháng 4 này nè, anh có khai giảng lớp rèn âm và ngữ điệu á, 7 giờ tối 2, 4, 6 á. Nếu mà bạn nào có thể sắp xếp được thì cứ nhắn anh ha. Ok. Cảm ơn nha. Cảm ơn nhóm nha. Thank you. Và nhóm nghỉ ngơi Cảm ơn nhóm. Ok, thank you. Nhóm nghỉ ngơi. Bye bye. Cảm ơn Cảm ơn nha. Ok, thank you. Nhóm nghỉ ngơi. Bye bye. Cảm ơn anh nhóm. Dạ.